Alright, we're going to go through, start out a couple of quick tips on how to go through and get started. Once you go through and you jump in, start out, we're just going to go through and make a quick character. I'm just going to fly through this. You guys already know how to do it. We're just going to go with pretty much most generic stuff ever. Where's the most generic one? Here we go. That works. Actually, no. We're going to go through. We're going to start it with a monk. If you guys haven't played on the server before you start your first character, highly recommend monk. Makes life really nice and simple because most of your stuff is just given to you right out of the gate. These up, since monks get the nice bonus to both to AC, being able to use both wisdom and dex, and we're also going to go flatten that out. Two from there, and crank that up. Cool. Right, configure this. If you guys don't already know how to configure packages, definitely worth your time. I may go through and try and do that in a later video, but for now, since we're just trying to go through quickly, I already know this one is important. You do want to make sure you have at least one point in open lock. You don't have to do it right away. I highly recommend making sure that you do it when you create your characters, just because it goes through and it makes life a little bit simpler. And it also means that when you guys go through and you respec, because you will be releveling a lot on the server, you won't forget it. It's just one of those things that it does make your life a whole lot easier. There's my discipline. That up, and let's do another one. One of those ones that is really nice right off the bat is Look Up Heroes. You can only get it when you immediately start out. And we're just gonna go with just give him a really nice, very unique name here. And we're just, since this is purely just for YouTube, purely just for this quick run through, he's only going to exist like that. Alright, so you're immediately going to go through, load into here. Ooh, cool. We got new effects. Alright, so one of your first things that you're going to want to go through and do is you're going to want to... Oh, right, because Halloween, yeah. So that's about the time I'm going through recordings this Halloween. You're going to want to go through and talk to this guy. He will go through and sell you this magical donation receipt. The donation receipt will allow you to go through and come into Temple, which is right next to him, right in front of where you spawn in. And this... use not this portal, but the portal right here behind this lector. That takes you to Portal Plane, which is kind of where the central hub for the whole server. Over here, just a quick, for a quick tour, rundown. Over here is Heaven's Door, and if we go up super fast, you can come over here, talk to her once you're level 30, and sell a bunch of your items for the most gold possible on the server, unless unless you're going through and you're an HC, hardcore. And just like you see over here, people on the server are pretty friendly. While yes, other people do know me, just if you join, expect people to bombard you and ask if you want help, because in general we're pretty helpful. Alright, I also can't talk and type at the same time, so I'm just gonna take on that. Over here is Portal to Underworld, one of the two ways you can get to Underworld. This one requires you to be at least level 20. There's another way to go through and get in at level 1, which I'll probably do later. Over here is Celestial Gatekeeper. This is where you go to get your celestial items, armor, swords, all that fun stuff. But for now, since we're level 1, we're just starting out. Also, I'm going to point this out. This is the magical AFK area, which is why there's a bunch of chairs and nothing else in here. If you go in there, you need to go chill, whatever, highly recommend, just do it. You're fine. And every now and then people come in and spawn some really nice stuff and nice buffs in Temple, so it's not a bad place to hang out. Be warned, DMs do like to go through and cause all kinds of mischief. Jeez, I have to turn up the camo. Right. Okay, so normally it isn't this dark. All of this is just for Halloween stuff. For you, when you come by, it'll probably be a little bit easier to see, but for now I've gone through and turned it up. Just make this bigger because then I'll make it easier for you guys to see. So, in general, there's two ways that you can start. You can either go straight over to Eastlands and start cranking on your quests, or you can come over to the docks. The docks is what I personally prefer. But since I'm a monk, I'm going to go through and start in Eastlands a little bit. Monks go through and they have a really nice not buff, but quest line, kind of. Monks go through and every level they get a new set of gloves, which is why I recommend that you go through and you get a monk to start out. One, because every 2 levels you go through and increase your character speed, and 2, because you get the nice gloves. And the gloves will go through and over time, they get better and better and better, scaling all the way to max level 40, and then at whatever point you go through and you are able to afford it, you can get Mithril Knuckles, which are an add-on to the gloves, which just make your life nice. The other thing is you can go through and you can kill the fire beetles, or if you just want the gloves like I do, you can just run straight over here. There are a couple of people monks who just guard this little temple, and they'll just kill them all for you. Sometimes the beetles will make it aside. If they do, no big deal. He'll go over, he'll kill them all for you. So, just makes things nice. Go make sure you put them on. As you can see, they at least, like, right out the gate, they come out with some nice healing spells. It's useful. And then when you run back, don't worry about dragging fire beetles anywhere, because fire beetles are not going to kill anyone. Except for maybe a level 1 hardcore sorcerer, but if you're starting out with a fresh hardcore level 1 sorcerer, you know what you're doing. Anyway, at some point we'll get fast. So you can go through and go over to docks. That's what I recommend. The XP in Eastlands is not very high. It's not a whole lot. And right now what we want to do is we want to get money, because we're concerned with going through and getting everything as quick as possible. With this character, I'm going to be going through and trying to get through all 12 secrets as quick as I can, showing you guys some of the different strategies and ways that you can short-circuit things. And that is all without the use of having a different character or getting assistance from someone else in the game. That's the idea anyway. So as far as going over here, the reason I recommend starting with the docks is because you can come over here and get this nice little side quest right off the bat. It isn't too much XP, but it's money, and money is what we need right out the gate. Once we can get 108, actually, it's more than 108, it's... Yep, yeah. So you basically just power through, tell him 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, tell him that you're gonna go kill the cat. He'll give you money, you'll get experience, you can ignore talking to this guy. Again, we're not here for RP purposes. Feel free to check out my Twitch page. A lot of times I go through and I'll stream different random RP stuff. Lately I've been doing a lot of Atlas RP. But, for the moment, we're just going through and, like I said, trying to get in and out as quick as we can, and the leopard's already dead. Well, it's a semi-challenging fight at level 1, but the real reason we're in here is because of these crates. Yeah, you'll get a little bit of money. We'll need... someone may have already gotten it. No, nope. These. There should be some rats that show up at some point. Alright, cool. YouTube luck, because you never get that much gold out of those things. Normally you're lucky to get 50, but we got quite a bit more than that. In fact, how much do we get? Over 100. Cool. So what we'll need is we'll need 50 gold to get through the gate, or to get through the portal plane, because we don't yet have enough gold to buy the contract right off the back of our hands. Come here, go and turn it in. Then he gives us this ring of water breathing right here. This is very useful because it means that we can go through and we can take it over here to this little area transition right here, and then use this little area transition to go down and get some XP and get more money. So let's go. And in a moment we'll go through and we'll wind up selling these. For now, I am going to go through and move. I'm not going to move these. These are fairly small. You can see there, decent amount of XP, 240 for something that you can hit in one go. This is the other reason to come to docks, because you can very, very quickly level up, since you only need 1000 XP for that first level. I'll go and keep my tab on. Now, normally you'd want to go through and you'd want to make sure that you can just stay next to the ladder, run back if you're concerned. But like that, I mean, that was probably the easiest level you're going to get, just what is essentially free XP. So you want to go along the wall that you come with. So you want to head right along the wall, hit the corner, keep going, and there's going to be a chest up here. Yep, there it is. This chest is going to have some clothes in it. If you die right here, it doesn't matter, because getting the clothes is about the only part that matters. And then just turn around and kick as much butt as you can. Leave me alone. Oh, who's going to win? No! Apparently me. That's kind of disappointing. Anyway, so then you just run out, or if you die, just respawn, because who cares? If you've managed to get enough XP to get that first level, you're not going to lose the level. It's not going to be a problem. There are other ways to lose levels in this server, but dying is not typically one of them, unless you're hardcore. Yeah, that's an entirely different thing. And you can safely assume that pretty much anything I say applies to normal, non-hardcore characters. Okay, now that we've gone through, we've got the clothes, we come over here, we talk to her. You go, yep, I've got them right here. Cool, she gives you 2,000 gold. Alright. And then we just come back, and we can now take that gold and buy that contract, which is pretty much the purpose of that entire area that's been added. There were a lot of other ways that you used to be able to do it in the past. I'll show you guys one a little bit later when I go through and I do the Windwalker quest. I have a order in which I prefer personally to go and do the quests, the 12 Dark Secrets, but you can do any which way that you think is easiest. I like to start with the Windwalker quest just because it gives you boots that have haste on them, and I personally hate being slow. So once you go through, you get back in the city, talk to the construction foreman. It's right here. He may look a little bit different. Again, this is just for Halloween. Make sure you tell him that you won't have the 2,000, buy it from him, and he'll give it to you. Make sure that you never, ever, ever sell that, because you will use it a million times over. Once you're in the temple, again, just one of those things to keep an eye out for. You can go through and you can talk to, I believe, Dextro, who will heal you. I can't remember whether or not it costs money. Yeah, there you go. So you can go through and heal at any one point, and the amounts, I believe, do not scale. Personally, since it's just level 1, I don't care about healing at the moment. If you go through and for whatever reason you can't get that, cannot get the donation receipt, what will happen is you can go through and come over here to Cross Blades. Show you this because sometimes when you come into Portal Plane, it'll be different direction. It is fairly symmetrical, so you can get turned around quite easily. Just make sure by mousing over the cross speaker or the silent speaker that you're going to the Cross Blades portal, and then in you go, out you are. This is Vlad. He'll kill stuff. If you come from certain portals, you can drag different mobs through. Vlad will kill them or get killed by them. Either way, it's fine. If bad mobs manage to make it into Crossblades, and this is the town of Crossblades, then it's not really a huge deal because there are several immortal characters in here. So anyone who's looking to start some trouble and just kill NCPs, beware, they will kill you. and if I remember, one of them is the little girl or a little boy, and they kick your butt, and it's really disturbing when you're level 40 and they can kill you. Also, when you do dumb things like that, beware, the DMs have been known to go through and make players' lives especially difficult. Because, well, you're making things difficult for them, and the rest of us. Okay, what? Show what you have. Okay, cool. So apparently he's not doing any special wares at the moment. Sometimes he'll give you two separate options. One of them is for his normal stuff. Other one is for his special wares. If you're going to sell, always go with his normal stuff. If you try to sell when he gives you his special wares, you will get robbed blind. If you go through and you sell these, there is a vendor right next to where you pull these bundled fish off of the ship. He will buy them for 50 gold. In the beginning, when you're just starting out, you're looking for more gold, so I recommend that you come to Sling and you come sell these to him for 60 gold. It isn't a huge difference, but when you're just starting out, every little bit counts. So there's this. And then if you're willing to go through and make a long run, you can go through and you can get some invis potions. Lots of different ways to go through and get them. Again, I'll show you the way that I recommend. And right now, I'm actually going to go through and quickly grab this. I'm just going to ignore that part because at the moment I'm just focused on getting this through quickly so you guys can see. You guys are not interested in a level up tutorial at the moment. And I realize that this is long, and hopefully editing software will allow me to speed this up for you guys, but if not, well, it just is what it is. So once you've gone through, you want to come back here. You can run all the way out that way. I recommend you come out this side door just because it's a shorter path. Again, interested in efficiency and speed over just general coolness and looking through server lore, all that sort of stuff. So what you want to do is you want to come over here to the Magic Imbiber. Magic Imbiber is the cheapest invis potion you can get. Come here, talk to him, and he should sell it for 108 gold, which at this point you should be able to afford several. Right here, potion of invis, 108 gold. We're going to go ahead and buy a couple. Alright, so we have one last thing that I want to show you guys before we go through and before we get to the any of the quests. Now, this is not strictly necessary, but again, when you're interested in trying to make sure that you get enough gold, I highly recommend it because it makes life easier. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go through Portal Plane. We're going to go over to the cylinder, I think it is. It's Gathol. I can never remember. Oh, that's right. I think they actually changed that. Yep, Gathol B. What we're going to do is we're going to just ignore everything down there. There's a secret and other stuff that way. We're going to ignore it, and we're going to come here. Now, if you come and you see all three of these doors, we're going to go to the last door. If you see that it's not been opened, the first thing you want to do is come over here. Now, if you look in this bottom corner, there's a chest. In that chest, there are several items, which are... Go ahead and slot that. Which are expensive. And this chest only spawns at the beginning of the server reset. So as soon as the server reset is through, come here, get your loot, get your stash, and move on. Alright, and you gotta grab it quick. If you're really lucky, you can walk away from it. Me, not so lucky. But that's okay, because I got all the items. The items are what I was there for. Take a really quick look, and this is the last thing. There are other chests like that that you can go through, you can loot. That's the one that I recommend the most, just because it is only done at the beginning of the server reset, or it's only available at the beginning of the server reset. Alright, the other thing to note is the community chest. So in here, other players have gone through and they've stashed different goodies that they know they don't need, but that they also know will make your life easier in the short run. For example, these Rings of Lesser Regen you can get from the first area, or over in Eastlands. Sometimes they'll be really nice high tier items, sometimes it will be low items, sometimes it's in between like this. Just one of those things to keep an eye out. And then again, generally, if you want to go through and you want to ask for people for help, they're usually more than happy to help you out. So yeah, this will go through and include it for the starting tutorial. From here, we'll go into different things. Go through each one of the 12 quests. So, until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next video.